Hebrews chapter 5. For every high priest taking up from among men is appointed in matters pertaining to God for the people, to offer both gifts and sacrifices for sins. He is able to deal gently with those who are ignorant and are going astray, since he is also clothed with weakness. Because of this, he must make an offering for his own sins as well as for the people. No one takes this honor for himself. Instead, a person is called by God, just as Aaron was. In the same way, Christ did not exalt himself to become a high priest, but God who said to him, "You are my son. Today I have become your father." Also it says in another place, "You are a priest forever, according to the order of Melchizedek." During his earthly life, he offered prayers and appeals with loud cries and tears to the one who was able to save him from death, and he was heard because of his reverence. Although he was the Son, he learned obedience from what he suffered. After he was perfected, he became the source of eternal salvation for all who obey him, and he was declared by God a high priest according to the order of Melchizedek. We have a great deal to say about this, and it is difficult to explain since you've become too lazy to understand. Although by this time you ought to be teachers, you need someone to teach you the basic principles of God's revelation. Again, you need milk, not solid food. Everyone who lives on milk is inexperienced with the message about righteousness because he is an infant, but solid food is for the mature, for those whose senses have been trained to distinguish between good and evil. So with this, I'd like to point out about Jesus. What does it say? That he learned obedience through suffering. Sometimes it's hard to go through suffering. Sometimes we'll have trials and tribulations. We'll have hard times and things we don't understand why we're going through it. Jesus didn't suffer because he did something wrong. He suffered in obedience. He suffered because he was obeying his Father in heaven. And sometimes we go through sufferings that isn't just for us. It's for someone else. Don't think everything you go through is because you need it or because you did something wrong. Sometimes we go through hard times because it'll make us able to help somebody else. Just like Jesus suffered and he was obedient and suffered for us, we might suffer for someone else. So remember, he is a high priest who understands us, who can relate with us because he became man and went through everything for us. So when we pray to him, we can be honest, we can be open, and we can trust that he knows how we feel and will help us. Thank you for joining me today in the reading of Hebrews chapter 5. If you like this, please like, subscribe, and share so other people can hear the word too. I hope you have a blessed day, and goodbye.